Pregnant Meghan is targeted by trolls for touching her stomach too much on stage at the British Fashion Awards, but an expert insists the habit can positively affect the baby. A glowing Meghan Markle set social media ablaze as she was photographed proudly cradling her baby bump on stage at the British Fashion Awards on Monday evening. The royal's surprise appearance at the glitzy ceremony at the Royal Albert Hall, where she presented her wedding dress designer Claire Wade-Keller with a British Women's Wear Designer of the Year award, left many fans delighted by the glimpse of Meghan's blossoming bump on display. However, the response was not solely positive, with some on Twitter criticizing the pregnant Duchess for touching her stomach too much, branding it irritating and smug. But now an expert has revealed why Meghan's tendency to keep a protective arm or two draped over her expanding stomach could positively impact her unborn child. Catherine Graves, founder of KG Hypnobirthing, told Female that when mothers-to-be put their hands on their bumps in hypnobirthing classes, the baby responds every time. Even if the gesture is solely a comforting gesture for Meghan herself, that will have a profound effect on her baby, said Catherine, who helps train midwives working at the Lindo Wing, where the Duchess of Cambridge gave birth, before adding that it's a positive thing for both mum and baby to touch and reassure. In the wake of Meghan's surprise solo appearance at the glamorous event on Monday night, one Twitter user wrote online, "Oh okay, we believe Meghan that you are pregnant, stop holding that bump, it's irritating now too much." Another added, "Markle needs to desperately stop holding her baby bump because it's not as if everyone doesn't already know." A third tweet read, "Meghan, we know you are pregnant. You can stop holding onto the bump with both hands now. It won't fall off." Catherine told Female that stroking of the stomach is a relaxation method she asks clients to practice in hypnobirthing classes, a birthing technique Meghan has reportedly been reading up about as she prepares to welcome her first child with Prince Harry in the spring. Catherine explained that touching her bump will help Meghan feel calm, releasing the so-called feel-good hormone oxytocin, which goes directly to the placenta to positively affect her baby, and can even help stave off postnatal depression after the birth. Catherine also warned that conversely, any stress caused by criticism directed at mothers-to-be could cause the hormone cortisol to be released, with the potential for negative effects on an unborn child. It has been shown time and time again that babies recognize what they have experienced in the womb after they are born, she told Female. They recognize songs they have heard, and they certainly recognize their mother's and their father's voices. Relaxations in hypnobirthing class involve having a hand on the bump, and the baby responds every time. A relaxed uterus gives baby the space to turn into the optimal position for birth, and relaxed mums produce feel-good hormone oxytocin, which goes direct to the baby via the placenta. She added, if touching her bump does nothing more than help Meghan feel calm, even that will have a profound effect on her baby, as mother's hormones have been shown to influence the baby too. Calm births produce calm babies, of which there is evidence for. It's a positive thing for both mum and baby to touch and reassure baby, which is vital for baby's bonding and well-being, staving off postnatal depression and facilitating healthy connection for all. She added of the negative effects stress could cause. Being under strain and pressure from criticism puts mothers in the fear response with harmful hormone cortisol produced, which crosses to the placenta affecting the baby. Cortisol is a harmful side effect of stress, constricting oxygenated blood to the baby and having a negative effect on both. Meghan is practicing responsive natural parenting, and touching, speaking and cradling her bump will be very beneficial for the baby. Liz Halliday, deputy head of midwifery at Private Midwives, added, at public events, Meghan may feel more protective of her baby and thus cradle her bump more than usual. Mothers may feel that stroking their bump calms the baby in some situations, and during public events Meghan may be either consciously or subconsciously attempting to do this. Nonetheless, the Duchess was still subjected to criticism from Twitter users who complained that she was attention-seeking by constantly highlighting her expanding bump. However, many rushed to the former Suits star's defense, with one tweeting, "People are so bothered by Meghan holding her bump. I did this all the time." Some actually seem peed off about it in the same way they object to touching Harry. Someone actually said she's treating her baby like a trophy. Like WTF? And a mother explained she could be comforting the baby in louder surroundings, adding, Leave Meghan and her bump alone. It's extremely personal. The baby might be extra restless, especially in a noisy environment. I know because I have 2 children. Cradling the bump soothes and calms them. Okay, go to bed. Another wrote, "Why does Meghan holding her baby bump bother so many people? Why do you care? You'd think it was a crime that she's touching her baby." Another fan said, "She's so warm and attentive all the time. It's obvious she'd be that way with a growing baby inside of her." Earlier this year, Khloe Kardashian, at the time pregnant with her daughter, True, became the subject of online criticism for proudly cradling her growing baby bump. In February, she hit back at trolls on social media in a defiant Twitter post that said, "People are very opinionated about my bump. I choose to cradle my bump because it's mine. I've waited for this very short moment for years. I have only months to enjoy this phase in my life, so I will touch my bump and love my bump as often as I choose. Mommy loves you, baby." According to Vanity Fair, Meghan is planning a natural home birth, with a source telling the publication, "Doria plans to be around a lot when the baby arrives, and there are plans for her to have a dedicated space at their new home. She wants to be on hand to help Meghan and Harry with the baby. Doria will be involved, and if she's involved, she will be encouraging Meg to go for a natural birth."